years. I'm a local firefighter down here for the last 20 odd, and it's been a privilege to be involved with the South Coast Labour Council since I became Illawarra Sub-Brand Secretary. As referred to earlier, there's a lot of history here tonight for us, and we've got two tables here tonight of fireys, which I'm very humbled to see tonight, because usually we're lucky to get 3 or 4 of us here from the stalwart. So to have almost 20 fireys here tonight, I really look, I've just had the great privilege of being president of the FBU for the last 10 years, alongside Jim Casey as State Secretary, and I've just finished 13 years as an official, and as we spoke about, we've had our elections, and we've had a great result, and we've had some good change over there, which I'll come back to in a minute. But look, May Day for me also relates back to that history that's sitting over on the table there, because as a young firey here in the early 90s, the then Illawarra Sub-Brand Secretary, Mark Hallock, who's here tonight, dragged me along to a May Day, and I honestly didn't know what it was about at the time. I was a station delegate, and I got to see what is Wollongong May Day. It was from that point, a couple of picket lines that he dragged me along to, and I watched him and Snowy over the years do the things that they do, and that inspired me to become more involved. And for me, May Day was a big part of that connection. It was a big part of what the union movement was outside of my workplace, outside of the fire station. What I realised at the first May Day I went to, and obviously all of the May Days that I've been at ever since, was that there was a bigger family. I had a connection with people that I didn't realise was there, and that was with workers, not only in the Illawarra, nationally, and as we've seen here tonight, globally. And it was that type of collective, family and relationship that I really related to, and it really gave me something to work towards, and it's the sort of thing that keeps us all going as officials and activists, as we all are here tonight. So for May Day, that's sort of where I come from, and I came from a local firey, coming along to a May Day for the first time, not knowing what it was all about, and here I am, almost 15 years later, having done all the things I've done with this crowd here and all of you. But look, there's one other thing, I suppose, and that is something for all of us here to think about, and it's certainly something that we, through our election, have had to work very hard on recently, and I have to say we've been very successful on it. But for us as a collective, for us as workers, we really need to be aware of renewal. We can keep coming to these things every year, and we can keep turning up and having drinks and telling the same old World War stories and talking about our great escapades, which are all fantastic and important. But if we don't drag along the young sullies to these sorts of events, if we don't bring them, we won't be able to do that. So tonight, if I may, I'll propose a toast to exactly that, to unity, to the struggle, but to renewal. Happy May Day.
Yeah.